Welcome to This Week on Let's Fix Her Up. I'm your host, Mike Jameson, and hey, as we get ready for 2016 coming up, it's November right now when we're doing this taping. We got a lot of good stuff for you here this week and been getting a lot of emails, and I do apologize if I haven't gotten back with you yet. It's been a crazy week. Finally closed on our house, and we're going to start tearing that house apart, and you're going to get to see what we're going to be doing with that. This week, we're taking a little break, relaxing a little bit here, just get myself back into order here. But every week, we're going to have a brand new show for you because we got A-plus Home Improvement coming on board with us. Done Right's still going to be with us. We're going to be doing a ton of stuff out here at Gladieux Do It Best, showing you some brand new products. And I'm going to try and con them out of one of these gorgeous blowers right behind us here, and snowblowers. And we're going to be talking with Ron in just a few minutes about that because you know what the weather's been like for the last few, and it's been a late year. This is a late year that we're just now starting to get our trees to, the leaves are starting to come down. It's windy and it's crazy out there, and we're going to show you some of the great new products that they got here. See what happens? See what happens? I got Jeff Marin doing this to me. I've got Ron doing this to me. They've been doing this to me my whole life. My whole life, and it's not even stopping now. Now that I have the TV show, see what they're doing. They're taking advantage of me. But we're going to take advantage of your next half hour and all the great stuff we're going to have for you. So stick around, get yourself a nice hot coffee, and or a good if you're watching this, after one of our football games, get a great beverage. We'll be back with more right here on Let's Fix Her Up. Welcome back to Let's Fix Her Up, and here with my good buddy Ron Gladieux from Gladieux Do It Best. See, I got it right. Normally I call you Gladieux, and then I call this place Gladieux. That means there'd be two different, but it's you guys.
But I answer anything, so it doesn't matter. You
do.
So
he needs to answer and buy me dinner or lunch or something someday.
Too many days.
I know. Anywho. This is the curse of being in this area is obviously fall. You love fall, but you got to do something about all those leaves. And this has been a really late season.
It has been a very late season. Yes.
Because we're looking at the end of October right now, and there's still a ton of leaves that are still on the trees.
Right, colors are just changing, and it's just starting to fall down. So some of them are down, but yeah, they're just starting to fall. So it is a late season.
And something that's always been kind of in my craw for years is the fact these things are louder than anything. They're loud. But this new stills series that has come out, we went outside with some of the bigger stuff that you had. It just, my God, they're not that loud.
No, not bad at all, especially you get into more of your commercial blowers, which are residential or commercial, depends on how much property you have.
Sure. But
yeah, they're getting quieter, and not saying they're still not quiet, but quieter and more power, more features.
Well, one thing I noticed, we had Jeff Marin outside there a little bit. One thing I noticed is the pitch has come down a lot too.
Not so whiny.
Exactly, and that's huge because, on Sunday morning when Mr. Smith next door decides he's going to go out and tackle the back 90, and the thing, your dogs can really hear it.
Right.
But this is really cool about these things, and they're not that bad on price.
No, they've come down on price. Starting point, the steel starts at $149 and goes up from there. We have 9 different models to choose from your handheld $149 up to your backpacks, which can be $600-700. So
sure.
But this is a badass. Can I say ass on TV?
You just did.
Oh, okay. It's the first blower electric start, and I won't start it here, but Jeff's going to go through and show you this.
In a second here.
This is awesome. Not only has it got some new features on it.
You want to put it on here real quick?
Yeah, we can, yeah. So easy it is.
I'd like to get Marin. Jeff Marin, man the cameras. I'm putting my Ghostbusters on.
So we'll put this on there. It's lightweight. So if you're wearing it all, if you're doing a commercial job or if you just got a lot of property to do.
I feel like RoboCop.
Yeah.
A difference between a RoboCop and RoboCop. See, you can come right in here. See. What? Watch it. See, it works. It works really good. And Jeff Marin's going to take us outside. We're going to tell you just how good this thing really is.
Well, here we have one of the newest backpack blowers by Stihl. This is the BR450C. This has an electric start, which makes it so nice. A few other features: it has an adjustable nozzle on it. You can move it in and out. And it also has an adjustable handle, which you can set it to whatever setting you would like that's most comfortable for you. Like I say, the nicest thing about it, it has an electric start. And to start it, all you have to do is push down on your start button here and push it in. It starts with one little hand. This is a lightweight backpack, and I can't tell you how much it weighs because I'm not 100% sure. But it hardly feels like you're wearing anything as you're walking around. It actually makes you stand up straighter. Yes, this is the blower, as Jeff just showed you. This baby is the Cadillac, and doesn't weigh that much.
I mean, I'm an invalid.
With that electric start, a lot of guys like it because they could be doing a bigger property. They could go do an area, and they can turn it off. Or if they're doing a commercial building, and they're blowing around the entry door, and somebody's walking out, they can turn it off for a minute, let them walk away, and they can turn it right back on and go without having to pull start anymore. And pretty awesome.
I mean, it's, with Star Wars and everything, it's like...
Yeah. Has that little bit of zen to it.
My father. I feel like I could really, I could have so much fun with this. But this is fun, and folks, really, this is, might be a little big for most people.
Yeah, but even the small handheld are getting more powerful, getting a little quieter. This has an anti-vibe system on it, so a lot of times you take a regular inexpensive blower, a 129, 149, 159, in that range. A lot of times when you're holding it here, you get a lot of forearm fatigue because the vibration stuff is, making your forearms fatigue. This here with the anti-vibe on it, the handle's almost like a chainsaw handle. This baby, it's like night and day. It transfers hardly any vibration stuff to you.
It's just like it's leaf blower elbow.
Exactly, or forearm.
Or
leaf blower forearm.
You don't want that.
But yeah, there's a lot of new features, very reasonably priced. You're in the low 200s here on some of these. Like I said, anything from 149 on up, we have it here, whether it's Stihl, or we also have the Husqvarna line. But this Stihl line is very broad and covers a large spectrum of anybody's property size.
Well, we know what happens right after you get all the leaves blown, and that is snow.
Oh.
And they're saying,
yeah.
I mean, you sold every single solitary snowblower in Northwest Ohio. You had to get them from Cleveland.
Yeah, last 2 years we were scrambling.
That's how crazy it was.
Yep. We'll see how this year goes. They're saying another year, like last year. So I don't know. Hopefully it's not as cold, but I guess you never know. Yeah. Just like they say, you don't like the temperature or the weather. Just wait; it'll change. Wait 5 minutes, right? I screwed that up somehow, but.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what we're trying to say.
I think you guys knew too. We're going to head
over. We don't live in Florida.
No, we don't. And we're going to show you the brand new line of incredible snowblowers they have.
Cleaning your gutters can be dangerous. Take it from Marty.
For 30 years I've been climbing up that ladder cleaning out those gutters. One time I leaned the ladder up there and the feet were on the deck. The deck was a little wet. Next thing I know, the ladder kicks out and I'm hanging by the gutter and I start yelling for help. After that occurrence, I called Gutter Helmet.
Call Gutter Helmet for an estimate. 419-475-0000. Get Gutter Helmet today and you'll never clean your gutters again.
Keeping you out of the gutter. We're the Gutter Helmet.
Safety Partners Limited has been providing excellence in safety since 1992. Adding our Oregon, Ohio store in 2013. SPL Outfitters provides face, head, foot, hand, body, and hearing protection with great brands like Wolverine, Red Cap, Dickie, Wrangler Workwear, and many top safety brands. SPL also carries fire-resistant clothing, harnesses, high-vis apparel, boots, and boot care items. SPL is located in the Buffalo Wild Wings Plaza on Navarre Avenue.
Mike Jameson and Jameson's Mobile Music is scheduling his 2015 bridal season. I would love to talk to you about your music and video needs for that special day. Now, we don't have 15 different sound systems going out every night, just one, and we concentrate on you and your special day. You will know your DJ. For over 25 years, Mike Jameson has been providing quality sound, lighting, and video for your special day. Call him today at 419-514-1302. Mike Jameson and Jameson's Mobile Music and creative video imagery.
Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladieux.
Gladieux Home Center. A hardware store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store. A place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. Everything you need for your home. And Gladieux is locally owned. You'll be glad to know Gladieux Home Center.
Well, if you're going to do some fix-up work in your house, obviously the first thing you want to worry about is the roof. And Bill over here at Done Right Construction has gotten into this project here. And Bill, I'm really excited here because as the first airing of this show, and our shows air a million times on 300 or 400 different stations, we're starting our own radio show now.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking very forward to that.
November 2nd, that weekend, Saturday morning from 7 to 8 o'clock on Talk Radio 1470. Bill and I will be taking your calls if you have any problems, and we'll have all the professionals on and live. So, you know, if you have any problems with your house, I'm sure Bill can answer them, and I'm sure if you have a painting problem, maybe I can help you, but anything like that. But Bill, when we're getting into this house with this roof now, this wasn't, I mean, you had a tear off here, right?
Correct.
But did you have any structural damage that you had to worry about?
She'd been hit by a tree in last spring's storms, and it actually damaged the roof in the back of the house. And so she actually was able to get a new roof put on the home so that she didn't have to worry about it anymore.
Uh-huh.
And we upgraded her from the 3-tab, like you see on her garage, to a nice dimensional shingle, which is basically a nice layered dimensional look on there.
Oh, yeah.
Nice look when it's finished. We use the CertainTeed shingles, which have a great lifetime warranty on them, and then if she would ever have any issues down the road, we're a select shingle roofer, so she gets a 40-year roof on top of that. So it's,
wow.
It's a real nice extended warranty they get.
Well, you know, and not to mention, because, I mean, we're at a stage now where roofs are, when you put a roof on, it's 25 years at least, right?
Correct.
So you're getting even more with it here, and this is probably the last roof you're going to put on your house.
We would sure hope so. It would be 30, 40, 50 years for you to put another one on.
Well, as we're showing some of this, and the guys up there working and doing a really bang-em-up job up there on this beautiful day, what are some of the things people have to look for, you know, with their roofs? You know, I mean, we're getting into, you know, we're late October in this taping here now. What are some signs at their house, obviously, that they, I mean, you know, your telltale signs, but...
We had problems with water coming inside,
Sure.
Shingles blowing off. They had reached the end of their life cycle, so it's time to just have them replaced. When the tree hit it, it just kind of basically just moved that up even faster. So, I mean, moved up the timeline to get the roof finished.
Well, it looks like it's going on very smoothly, and something I noticed, because when you get into the older houses, and we talk about this all the time, is nothing square.
Right.
Does that happen with the roof then too?
Absolutely. It depends on, because this house has been added on to many times, and so of course you've got roofs tying into different places. You've got the original part of the house, you've got a porch that was added on, you've got an addition that was added on, and as Lee tore it apart, he found all sorts of problems, rotted wood, poor workmanship from the previous roofers, so Lee had to fix all of that. But now that the job is going to be finished here in the next day or so, no matter what happens on this roof now, this customer has a great roof, good ice guard underneath the low pitches of the roof, on the eave edges, in the valleys, should eliminate all of our ice damming, and a lifetime shingle on the roof properly installed by a guy that's been certified by the manufacturer.
Oh, well, while we're here, let's take a quick look inside, and next couple of weeks we'll show you how you reform this house.
Sure, absolutely.
Bill, it's a little dark in here. We do apologize. That's our fault here. But this is actually like a little family room. And as a matter of fact, my family room at my house is just about the same size as this. They got a nice, I'm assuming that's a wood burner, or is that gas?
It's been converted. It's kind of a mess. That's one of the things we're thinking about fixing for the homeowner at the end of the project.
Oh, that'll be a neat project then, too. Now, is she wanting to go full gas with this then?
She hasn't decided.
Oh.
I'll tell you, I did a show just a few weeks ago, and you can see on Let's Fix Her Up about that cast iron blower system for the wood fireplaces. And I have not turned my heat on in my house yet. Wonderful. It is the end of October, and I throw a couple of logs in there, and it heats my whole house. So if you want to, just go to the website, Let's Fix Her Up, to check that out. Let's go in the kitchen here, and I don't want my cameraman. I'm going to let him do this live as we're walking. There is a step here, cameraman Dave. We don't want to make sure. Got a little more light in here. It's a little better. Yeah. And you know what? I mean, you got a lot of space in here.
It's a nice kitchen.
It's you know, our cameraman, and these cabinets obviously are all going to stay because, right?
Yep, these cabinets are all staying.
This is beautiful, and you're gonna.
We're adding a couple more cabinets here where the old whatever they had there before, they were just kind of like just open space.
Sure.
They have some cabinets custom made to fit inside there. Once we're all done with that, we're going to have new flooring and paint, of course, put in.
Sure.
We're getting all new appliances. Our plumber had to bring the gas line down because the old gas line was just in rough shape. The old tenon was tacking into different places.
So we got drywall work up here.
We got to fix that. And then if she'd had another plumber out here that ran the yellow line down her casing, across her wall, over her cabinets and down. So we had to replace all of that.
And that was the old gas line then?
Well, it was a new gas line.
Oh.
They just didn't do it right.
So in other words, what could happen is you're putting up a picture, right? And you don't want that.
Absolutely. So our guys came in, our plumbers did a great job. They've already got it run properly. We're just ready to do that. The electrician's going to run all new wiring in the kitchen and the bathroom and a couple other places to make sure that everything's up to code for her. And then once that's all finished, she'll have a brand new brand new kitchen, pretty much.
Perfect.
Top to bottom.
Now something here too is I'm looking at this. I noticed we've got old plaster walls here, and they pretty much lathed out. You can see the lath down here where they put the wood on, and then put the drywall on that. I mean, are you okay with that? Is the whole house like that?
The whole house is that
really?
Way. It's actually a stone house or a block house that somebody put siding on and a lot of interior work. So as we get moving things around, it's much more difficult to run wiring, of course, gas lines. That's why you have the professionals come do it.
Exactly.
It does not lend itself to do-it-yourself type work in here like that. And our plumbers are professional, our electricians are professional, everybody's pulling their permits. So when she finally gets in here and gets moved in, everything is safe and up to code for her.
And not to mention, and I'm sure there's going to be, if there's any plumbing that has to be done, it's probably going to be done with the new PEX stuff too, correct? Everything basically now is PEX, which is the kind of, you can move it around, it's not a stiff format, and it works out real well. Now, I'm thinking they're going to maybe change the countertops?
Eventually.
Eventually.
At this time, we're just looking at painting and doing the flooring and adding the couple cabinets in here for right now.
Now I got a question for you, Bill. Say you have a countertop like this, and it's still in good shape. I mean, it really is. Yeah. I mean, the color's a little iffy. Is there a paint or an acrylic that you can put over top of this, maybe, that'll give her a couple more years of life out of this?
There are several aftermarket finishes that you can put on countertops. In talking to our kitchen professionals, they prefer a new countertop.
Okay. Well, it's something, who knows, we may try that somewhere though. Real quick before we run out of time here, we've got a couple, you know what, and we actually can't go in here. We can't because there's no lighting in here really, but cameraman, can you, yeah, we don't have any light in this room. It's actually chroma key green. I could use this in my studio. But we have what, 3 bedrooms here? 2 bedrooms. Okay, this is a 2-bedroom house. Let's head out in here. A nice open family room area, and the neat thing about this, even though it's small, is you got the vaulted ceilings in here, which gives you a lot more emphasis on the fact, wow, it feels bigger. It feels bigger. I actually like this color. I mean, obviously we're going to change it and stuff, but
all new carpet, all new linoleum, all new flooring throughout the entire home, all new painting. Customer has picked out all of our colors.
Perfect.
So looks like the job we did last winter. This will be a whole new color palette in here. It'll look fantastic when it's finished.
Hi there, I'm Nick with A+ Building Maintenance, your Toledo handyman. Do you need home repairs done? Not sure who to call? Here at A+, we install everything from light bulbs to roofing. We're fully licensed and insured to protect you. We're also a proud member of the BBB. please visit us online at ToledoHandyman.com. There you can see many before and after photos along with other customer testimonials and ask your own home repair question. Any job big or small, A+ Building Maintenance, 419-478-1542.
On the job for you for over 100 years. You need a career. You need a future. Local 8 can help you make it happen. Join the men and women who build our community. Become a part of a proud tradition. Build your career. Build your future with the brothers and sisters of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 8. We're on the job for you.
We're on the job for you. We're the local IBEW.
Dan R's Automotive Service Center, 4041 Navarre Avenue, has been servicing the area since 1981 for all your automotive service needs. Dan R's Automotive Service Center, world-class service, hometown people. 419-693-6141.
The Union Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and HVACR service mechanics of UA Local 50 build the powerhouses that generate your electricity. Install and service your heating and air conditioning systems and install the plumbing systems that protect the health of this nation. Everywhere there's a building being built, retrofitted, or maintained, members of UA Local 50 are on the job with skills and the latest sustainable building practices. To do the job right, UA Local 50 Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and service mechanics, building America's future.
You know, we're like two kids in a candy store when we come in here. We're like at, Grandpa Smith's, you got any licorice in here? No?
No. Probably do, actually.
But you got snowblowers in.
We do.
Man, you got some snowblowers.
We have some snowblowers.
These are awesome here. And you've, did you pick up a line this year?
No, we've had Husqvarna for probably 10, 11 years now.
Well, no, I know you've had the Husqvarna, but I mean, I've just noticed you got a lot of them here this year.
Well, we had Snapper for probably 8 years, and now they changed. It's now Briggs and they're made by Briggs and Stratton.
Okay.
So now that the other line is now Briggs and Stratton,
we'll
they don't use the Snapper name anymore on the snow side.
Right.
So yeah, I guess sort of we did pick up a line.
Let me ask you
same product.
I mean, just the epitome of being the coolest guy. This is a guy thing, ladies. I apologize, but the coolest thing for a guy is on a snowstorm to have these lights right here. When you're out there on your dual stage, your two-stage beast. Yep. And this is as big a beast as you can get, right?
The LED lights. No, they make bigger than that.
Oh my good.
They have them with tracks on them. They have some pretty large ones. The biggest thing, I guess, when you're looking for a snowblower, I guess everybody always has a budget.
Sure.
But I think the biggest thing is what your driveway looks like. If it's 100 foot long and it's 15, 18 foot wide, and you get a lot of snow at the end piled up, especially icy snow. You get a big driveway, you're probably going to want something in a two-stage range, which is going to be the bigger ones. Two-stage just means there's actually an auger up front that chops the ice and things up.
Right.
And then it shoots it into another auger that's going this way that ejects it out the chute.
Very good. And
so the biggest thing is, do I need a single stage, do I need a two-stage? And there's a lot of two-stage. There's some lesser expensive two-stage, but you got to be careful. You get smaller engines. They're not made quite as well. And there's also a light duty and then more of a heavy duty two-stage.
Well, any of them will blow the snow off the top of your driveway. Where you start having problems is when you get down near the end, where all they come in and scoop it all into your driveway, and that's like ice.
Right.
And most of these will handle it right here, right?
Yeah, all your two-stage, you're going to have no problem with that. Your single-stage, that's where you have the rubber paddles. So that's where all but one single stage is going to struggle in that category.
Okay.
As I said, all but one. We'll get to that one later.
Okay.
But most of your single stage are going to be for smaller driveways. There's everything in your two-stage, they're gear-driven. This is 6 forward gears and reverse gear. It has some other features as far as moving your handles. These two actually have a heated handlebar system on and off, so you're hand warmers basically. And then, of course, it's got your upper chute rotation.
There. All right, Ronnie, this is, we were talking about the Briggs & Stratton line that you got here, and my gosh, right out of the gate, this has the left and right, it's automatic for your chute?
Right, it's electric chute rotation. When it's on, it's just a button and electronically moves your chute right and left. Manually, you still can adjust the height of it here with a lever. Again, 6 forward gears, 2 different reverse gears. So, if you have a property where you have a steep driveway at the end or something, you're going to want something that's two-stage that's going to walk up that. You're not going to be trying to push it. The single stage will sort of pull through the snow, but if you get bigger snows and stuff, you're going to you're going to be pushing a little bit. You know,
Well,
there's
you know,
no.
this is something too people don't realize with these self-propelled type snowblowers. You're basically with each of these running each one. Can you run this like say you have to make a turn? Can you do that with that? I was looking at some of the stuff that you had here.
Yeah, actually, the way this works, you're sort of right, sort of wrong. The way this works is this locks down, so your shooting stuff still goes.
Right.
Now, to steer it, this is trigger in the bottom. I don't know if you can see these triggers here.
We'll get shots.
These are like little brakes, so if you're going to turn left, you're going to pull this one, it'll brake to the left, and it'll automatically turn on you.
Oh, very
So
nice.
it's an auto steer, which when you get up, this is a 27-inch model. When you get up into the larger ones, you'll have that. The Husqvarna units have some auto steer on them also. When you start going down, like this unit does not have the auto steer. So when you get to the end, you just let off the drive and you just manually turn.
Right.
Where this has an auto steer with the headlights. This has a different, that has automatic shoot rotation. This is, you know, the old manual rotation. Still has your electronic or your manual up and down with a lever here. Again, this has 5 forward gears, 2 reverse. That's 6 forward, 2 reverse. So your forward gears, 6 forward gears, why do I need that? It's just slower. You know, it's your pace, how fast you want to walk.
Exactly.
You know, if you're going to be, some people might be in the 2 or 3, or if you have a heavy snow, you got a foot of snow, you're probably not going to want 5 for your forward gear. You're probably going to be in the 2-3 range. You're going to walk slower to give it time to get the snow out of the way.
And I'm sure you're hoping for a lot of snow.
Yeah, yeah. We saw a lot of people are looking early. A lot of people have bought early.
That's incredible.
You
Now,
know,
do you have like you know, people can get into financing on these? 'Cause
yes,
it's a lot of money.
we do on the larger ones. Anything over $500, you can do 1 year financing on them.
Well, folks, thanks for watching this week. We'll have this up on Facebook, and we're all over CW13. And you know, anything you need, you talk to him, you talk to us on our Facebook site, and we'll work on that.
Thanks,
And,
Mike.
He's got
Always
the
appreciate you
Gladieux,
coming out.
the Gladieux Home Center site on Facebook too. This is huge stuff. We get so many people that say hi to us, and I know we got a lot of emails. You know, I've been sick the last few weeks, so I'm trying to get everybody there. I know we got a lot of projects you want us to look at. We're going to start looking at them here on next week's show. So thank you to Jeff Marin doing the camera behind us, and he did quite the job out there. He was our Carol Merrill from Let's Make a Deal out there with.
He is multi-talented. That's all I can leave you with.
He is. And we'll see you next week right here on Let's Fix Her Up.